Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury Corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube.
Hey guys, it's your Pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III. G'day guys, how are you there? I'm just making this video here. It's we're just covering the Trump and the Biden, the election, and quick wristwatch check. What am I wearing there today? I am gonna be putting on this, if I can get it to focus, this Patek 5196 Calatrava Patek Philippe. Guys, the reason I'm making this video today is to talk to you about what's going to happen to Rolex prices if Sleepy Joe Biden gets control of the wheel. Yes, it looks like I'm a bit of a Trumpster. I'm a Trumpster. And it looks like Trump is out. Trump is out. And I got to tell you, what's the repercussions for the Rolex market? What are the repercussions? And I can tell you, I already made the video in advance for what happens when Trump wins. And basically, the economy, what's going to happen is in the next 6 to 12 months, a cure is going to be found. Trump is going to be hailed as a hero. Economy booms. And Rolex continues to stay very, very high. New model steel sports Rolexes. So what's going to happen? We've got Sleepy Joe Biden. We've got Hunter Biden in the background. What's going to happen? What's going to happen, guys? And that's an interesting equation. So what is going to happen now that we've got another man in power? What's going to happen? And I can tell you what's going to happen. It's very simple. Sleepy Joe Biden is going to come in. He's going to come in. He can blame everything on the Trumpster. The economy, again, as I say there, a cure to this COVID is going to be found in the next 6 to 12 months. And Joe Biden will be there, and he'll be the hero of our times. And if it doesn't work, he can always blame the Trumpster for the mess. And basically, I tell you what, prices will continue to be very, very high. That's what will happen. It's just the reality. Whether Trump wins, which is seeming very unlikely, or Biden gets control, prices are going to rise. In fact, I would say they would probably rise more under Biden. And the reason for that is because he will basically fix all the problems between China and the US. And the Chinese will start coming out again in mass, and they will be buying all the Rolex stock from the ADs. That's what's going to happen. So I can tell you this now. It's very, very clear evidence that Rolex prices are not going to fall. They're going to stay high. They're going to be very, very, very tricky market we live in indeed there. The Trumpster, look, I got to be honest with you. Either way, Rolex prices aren't really going to be affected that much, regardless whether you got the Trumpster or we got Biden in the White House. And I got to be totally honest with you. The supply of Rolex is very, very limited. It doesn't seem to be trickling out as far as the numbers that are hitting dealers. Big money for a lot of the new releases. You can't get them. The new Submariner, the new Kermit, any of the hard to get models, very, very difficult indeed. And this is going to continue. Unfortunately, this is the new norm. Rolex prices are going to be very high. And will they rise? I don't think we're going to see massive rises or massive falls. They will give or take 15% either way. I think that's what you're going to see fluctuate in the market itself there. And I got to be totally honest with you, there is going to be many industries that may be decimated from the COVID-19, this virus from China. And the reality is that other areas will do well. It's just there is no fairness in the world. It is just a roll the dice and proceed forward. So it's a bit of a stark reality there. But I've got to be honest with you. Regardless, Trumpster or Biden, Rolex prices, they ain't getting back to under retail. I'm sorry, on the pre-owned market. This is the awful truth there. I wish it wasn't to be. I so badly wish this wasn't the case, but the reality is there, it's more to do with the supply chain in Switzerland than to do with who the president is. Switzerland itself there, they had the factories closed for COVID, a lot of supply chain issues there. They had new models coming out, but Rolex, extremely conservative company, when problems hit, they basically, they're like a turtle. They go inwards. They close. They limit production. They don't ramp up. No ramping. Ramp up. No ramping up. So it is a reality that we live in here, that Rolex is not going to fall because of the president, whichever president does win. And I've got to be completely honest with you. The same thing is going to happen in England with Brexit. I was hoping prices could fall, but no. England's going to become one of the more expensive countries due to tight customs control, and with the leaving of the EU, prices in England are not set to fall. The only thing going for England is that the currency is going to devalue. It's going to hit the shite. It's going to really fall because, I mean, all the fundamentals are cactus. That's the only thing that will keep prices reasonable in the UK. The exchange rate will be so poor, but that will change as supply comes out of Switzerland. Remember this, it's all in Swiss francs. It depends what is the Swiss franc doing. Interestingly enough, one thing that is going very, very hard is Rolex gold pieces. With the uncertainty, election uncertainty, with the COVID situation, a lot of the harder to sell gold pieces have been leaving the dealer en masse. And this can be seen by the fact that the discounts for gold, you used to be able to get 20% off, maybe up to 30. Now you're lucky to get 10, if anything at all. And this is the horrid reality that we live in there. As times get harder, many people invest in the precious metals. And this is no different. One thing you will see happening is precious metal luxury goods will start to rise up. The gold price will hit record highs, and that will have to be reflected in the wristwatch market. Admittedly, you know, when you buy a Rolex, it's not $30,000 worth of gold in it, but it still is a significant component to the manufacturing costs. Rolex is the largest user of industrial gold in Switzerland, so that shows you the might of the full king Rolex. And this is the reality. So there we go, guys. Prices set to rise under Biden or under Trump. They ain't going to reduce. You've heard it from the pontiff. The pontiff spruiking what's going on there, and it is very disappointing. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archie Luxury. I hope you've enjoyed this exclusive, election exclusive. Tell me what you think. Put some comments below if you agree with what I say. Put some comments there if you disagree. Or if you've got your own crazy opinions, put some comments below. I'm the Pontiff, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one. And don't forget, look at my other channel, Paul Pluta. That's the one, the Pluta channel, the Paul Pluta channel. That guy, he makes great content. Okay, guys, see you in the next one. Rolex, please! Hi, guys, Archie Luxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, Archie Luxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.